figured here are three sports that there will be four areas that Otto Addo must be providing urgent answers to. I think the key part to start from the back is the quality of defending. It's been bad the last few months. It's been bad particularly in the last internationals, and it's been bad this year. Concession of goals has been a major part. The bigger worry is that a lot of the goals have come as well in the closing minutes against Angola. We conceded with the last in the last few minutes of the game against Niger. The equalizer came late. You throw back to the two games that Ghana lost under Otto Addo before then. I think it was a friendly against Nigeria and Uganda, and there were late goals in both of them. And even before then at the Nations Cup, a lot of late goals that the Black Stars conceded. So there is clearly a problem of concentration towards the end, a problem of game management. And I think a lot of people, ourselves included, will be looking to see whether Otto Addo is able to address that concern and address that in the strongest possible terms. Then there is also inevitably the concern about where the team is heading towards generally. Now, remember that there's been I mentioned those two games, and then there were two losses. There was one win and one draw when Otto Addo took over. Then there were two great wins that I was really hoping we could build on, the one against Mali away from home and the one against Central African Republic in Kumasi. But what it did then in the last round of international matches in September was that we sort of went back on that. And that creates a problem where you can't find consistency. Consistency is important to develop this national team and build it right. It's important in getting our FIFA rankings right. It is important in growing the fans more attached, and it's important in growing the confidence of the team. So I think the simple question from a second point of view is whether this team can find the consistency to back up the good performance. And they will need to show in those two games against Sudan that they are capable of doing that. Inevitably, to do well against Sudan, we need Mohamed Kudus playing well. It's not been the greatest of outings by the player when he stepped out for Ghana lately. Against Angola, he didn't look great. Against Niger, he didn't really come to the fore. And for the Black Stars to play well, Kudus needs to really step up. Maybe it's a good sign that his goal scoring form, he's found his goal scoring touch again from over the weekend before he came into this particular game, because he is one of Ghana's best players, and his ability to take a game by the scruff of the neck is great. That, for him, when we talk about the Black Stars, we judge by his goal scoring, and he's not done that in 9 months. So hopefully something changes, and something changes very quickly. My final point has to do generally with Otto Addo getting the best out of the players. It's not an Otto Addo problem, it's a Ghana problem. It's been there for a very long time, but it's to face it as soon as possible. Too many players come into the national team and then are unable to replicate their club form to this level. So in the last qualifiers, Mohamed Salisu looked a bit on and off, and then Abdul Mumin make that closer error that led to the goal by the Angolans. But these are two players who have had great seasons so far in the Spanish La Liga and in the French top flight. Then there is the inevitable question of Antoine Semenyo. Brilliant. Look at the goal he scored the last time, weaving through defenders and finding the bottom corner. He's been one of Bournemouth's best players, one of the informed players in the English Premier League. But he comes to Ghana and you can get the same impact. Nobody signifies that than Inaki Williams, who has one goal in his Ghana career, but who this season has goals, he has assists. He's shown great leadership with Atletico Bilbao. And I think every Ghana football fan, when they watch him every weekend set up a goal or score a goal, the big question is, can he do it for the Black Stars?